What's up guys, it's the Fabled Menace here, and welcome to the Advanced Mortefi Guide. In this guide, I will go over his forte, entire kit, weapons, echoes, resonance chain, pros and cons, teams and rotations, all in detail, so stay tuned for that. So let's jump into it. His forte. In his forte, we will be starting with his resonance skill first. Passionate Variation, which has a skill damage percentage of 152.79%, cooldown of 14 seconds, and concerto regen of 18. However, when his forte bar is filled, his resonance skill is replaced by Fury Fudge, which has a skill damage percentage of 260.16%, but also concerto regen of 18. Next up is Resonance Liberation, also known as Burning Rhapsody. Burning Rhapsody allows for coordinated attacks that fire Makato. Makato is the fireballs that do off-field damage. However, you can see here that he works better with heavy attack characters rather than basic attack characters, because basic attack characters only allow for one Makato every 0.35 seconds, but heavy attack characters allow for 2 Makato every 0.35 seconds. Now let's talk about his inherent skills, starting with the first one, Harmonic Control, which after casting Resonance skill Passionate Variation, the damage of Fury Fudge will increase by 25% for 8 seconds. And his second inherent skill, Rhythmic Vibrato, is for Burning Rhapsody, where each hit of Resonance Liberation Makato will increase the damage of the next Resonance Liberation Makato by 1.5% and can be triggered once every 0.35 seconds, stacking up to 50 times. However, this will reset as soon as Burning Rhapsody ends. His stats bonuses are Attack and Fusion Damage bonus, and lastly his outro skill, which implies that the incoming resonator will gain a 38% heavy attack increase damage buff for 14 seconds or until they are switched out. Now let's take a look at what all of this looks like on his kit. Now I will be showing you Mortefi's kit. As you can see, my resonance skill looks like a bullseye. This is his Passionate Variation. If I hit it, it looks like that. I'll basic to just fill my forte bar here, and now the icon has changed. Now this is what his resonance skill will look like. After that, we will alt, and this is Burning Rhapsody. If I switch to Gion, all these external fusion damage bullets, that is Makato. Next up, his weapons, starting with the Static Mist, which is his best in slot. The Static Mist gives him an increased energy regen by 12.8%, but also increases the incoming resonator's attack by 10% for 14 seconds, so long as outro skill is cast. Next up, the Cadenza. The Cadenza should be at R5. Unfortunately, I have it at R4. But when resonance skill is cast, it restores 16 concerto energy at R5 every 20 seconds. Now let's look at his echoes. The best set to run on Mortefi as a sub DPS is the Moonlit Clouds, where a 2-piece will give him a 10% energy regen increase, and a 5-piece will allow for the next resonator's attack to increase by 22.5% for the next 15 seconds. In addition to this, when the Heron is used, if the character uses his outro within 15 seconds, then the incoming resonator's damage will be increased by 12% for the next 15 seconds as well. Next up, his resonance chain. I won't be going through all of his sequences, just the most important. Starting with his S1. When Burning Rhapsody is in play, Mortefi will provide coordinated attacks with the on-field character when they perform resonance skill, firing 2 Mokato hits dealing fusion damage. Next is his S4, which increases his Burning Rhapsody duration, and lastly his S6. When Resonance Liberation is cast, the entire team gets an attack increase of 20% for 20 seconds. Now for his pros and cons. His pros. As an off-field synergy attack character, Mortefi can be put with many different DPS characters and fit into many different teams. The unique style of his resonance skill, allowing for basically 2 resonance skills, allow for a large amount of concerto energy and resonance energy to be acquired in a short amount of time. Now for his cons. Due to the internal cooldown of different DPS characters, the synergy attack trigger rate is lower than expected. He also is unable to fully utilize the full effect of Inherent Skill 2. Now onto his team comps. Mortefi's best team comps consist of either Verena or Baija, the main man himself Mortefi obviously, and either Jinsi or Jian. Although Jian does work a bit better with him because he takes full advantage of Mortefi's heavy attack damage buff provided by his outro. Now for the rotation. I will first explain the rotation and then do a showcase and show you what the rotation will look in real time. I will be using his best team consisting of Jian, Mortefi, and Verena. So the rotation will look something like this. Jian Resonance Skill into Mortefi Resonance Skill, basic attack until the forte bar is filled, then Resonance Skill again. Switch to Verena, Resonance Skill, basic attack a bit, alt, and then use a echo. At this point you should have an intro for Mortefi. So you intro with Mortefi, switch to Jian, use the monkey, switch back to Mortefi, basic, alt, and then use the harem. At this point you should have an intro for Jian. Switch to Jian, intro with him, pop his alt, and then have some fun. I know this rotation might seem a bit confusing, but I will be showing you a showcase now of what the rotation will look like in real time, as well as a separate video of Jian hitting without any buffs with the rotation, so you can see the difference in damage. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe.